that is up for discussion, but that was my original idea, looking at the area, what is possible that could happen. When we get to KFC now, that traffic light can remove. What we can do is put it on amber. So the suggestion is, if you're coming into Chaguanas, when you get to KFC, all traffic allowed to turn onto the ramp. The taxis will complain about that, let them turn, but portion, let them turn onto the ramp. The buses, the accordion buses that work in Chaguanas now, they no longer come to Gaston Street. I think they go to Chase Village and come around, so they could come across with portion also. So how much buses going across there for the 1 hour? Probably about 12 or 14 per day. Right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, so there's no stopping off the traffic there. Alright, so we're coming into the Montrose area now. So we have Devertile Street. So all traffic turn left at Devertile Street. The traffic coming into Chaguanas now, if you notice, I have a roundabout here. So let me take it from Gaston Street. We're removing the traffic lights at Gaston Street. So what we're doing, we have the 2 lanes coming into Chaguanas now. So the left lane, the whole main road, what I want to do is make the whole main road a 1 way. But as you come into Gaston Street, it filters into 1 lane. You barricade the right lane so that the traffic coming out of Gaston Street flows freely onto the main road. Now what will have to happen there? There are some railings that they put up there over the last few years. They had barricades there originally. That will have to go to make that whole thing 2 lanes so that the 2 lanes could get onto the Chaguanas main road under the bridge. Everybody following me? Understand what I'm saying here?
Opposite the gas station, the permanent lanes opposite the gas
station. Right. But they are extended in front of Silver Town. Yeah. So you want to remove that. You want to take that out. So you have the 2 lanes going there. No, not all of that. Just the addition where the barriers go. Where the barriers go.
No, that section.
Not that section where the barriers were. They extended now in front of money talks that area. Yeah. Right. So you want to remove that so that the lane coming from Gaston Street and the lane coming from Montrose is a 2 lane going into the Chaguanas main road. Right. So what we have now, and you have a filter name if you could drive right if you want to come back across and make that roundabout there. So taxis like the Londonville PH cars and Caparo and whatever, they don't have to go down and try Chaguanas. They can turn right again and go back. So you eliminate some of that traffic there. Now, that it might seem like a chaotic driving, but when you ever drive down at the end of the highway, it's the same thing. The cars are coming out of the thing, the gateway, Pinal area, the length of the merchant area is about the same thing, and that's the idea, so that works. So I don't see that as a problem within there. So we're sending all the traffic on John Street. Now, so you could use Gaston Street to come back in Chaguanas. You could also use Henry Street, changing the direction on Henry Street. So if you have too much traffic coming through Gaston Street, you buffer it and you come through Henry Street also. You come through Henry Street. You have anybody have the other part of the diagram? The second part. Let me just borrow the second part from here. Alright, so we are Henry Street here, and we said we could come through Henry Street. So the next street after that is Smith Street. So what we want to do, we're looking at area 6 on the diagram now. So from John Street to the main road, we make that 1 way going south. So on Laclave Street here, at the top of Laclave Street here, you could only go south. When you reach the main road, no left turn. You turn and you go right. When you come out and you go 500, you turn left and you're going to Chaguanas. No right turn there. So you reduce the crossing. There's nothing to cross there. So you have to flow and you're going to Chaguanas. If you want to go back east,
you've just increased the flow on John Street by 50% of the cars used to go down John, 50% on the main road. Now 100% of the cars are now heading east.
Right.
I would like you to come out of Chaguanas and Laclave and cross John Street at that point.
You would like me to come out of
Try now to come out of Lange and cross John Street right now.
Where you want to go?
You want to go Chaguanas?
You want to go across?
I want to go south, so we'll straight across into the Edinburgh or I want to go to Chaguanas?
Well, what you do if for that drive to work for you now, what you have to do is turn on Penco and then come through, merge with the traffic on John Street and come back through.
So you have to make it left, right?
Yeah.
Now,
how to do that for it to be.
Now, who letting you merge? You now put 100% of the traffic on a narrow street with a right angle turn, not a 45-degree turn.
Right.
You know they build up the pavement but so high,
well,
and it's a right angle, so you have to cross your back.
That's why we're discussing it. But that is the way Chaguanas is built.
Right. I was just mentioning to Mr. Warner, exactly that 45-degree angle is not 90.
Yeah.
And that is what causes you cannot filter. You've got to go right across and enter the other lane. You cannot filter on a 90-degree turn. Even main road Chaguanas, if you're going left now, a big road, so you've got to go almost across into the other lane because it's 90 degrees. You must make turning cycles should be 45. So part of the plan is all turning cycles should be 45.
Well, that's why we discuss it. We discuss how we fix it. We discuss how we fix that. So we have something that is fairly workable.
And similarly, that same kind of turning cycle, when you're coming off the highway to go into Gaston, because you know it's a commercial.
Right.
That turning cycle is too tight, so they can't come there. That's why all the Quail trucks do not come off the highway, make that short turn, and they come through Lange Park and mash up our roads. Heavy vehicles.
But they have alternatives now. They could go through 500.
To get to where?
No, 500 have a highway.
No, I'm talking to get to. But no, how they get into there?
Bobby, excuse me, let him finish his presentation.
Yeah, okay.
You want to hear from the traffic management branch.
Right. So obviously the plan there has to be tweaking physically of the infrastructure in Chaguanas to get this to work at its full potential.
No, I like the ideas, but it's to get across those ideas.
Right. So what we're saying too is that if you come out of 500 and you want to go east, then you turn right on Smith Street and you make that whole thing comes like a roundabout now. So you turn and you head west. The tightest part of this is that Area 7, because the inner junction is really tight, no heavy vehicles could turn there. So Mr. Warner was saying on Saturday that he could spend some money and reclaim some land. There's a house there that is run down that it seems abandoned. You could widen the road with that and take a piece of the wall on the gas station where the new pavement now built up and widen that road there. So that the long vehicles could make that turn there comfortably and make that whole area also a roundabout. So if you're coming from Londonville, you cannot turn right onto the southern main road. You go down to Vincent Street and you turn and you come back around. Only if you're a long vehicle, you're allowed to turn there with caution. And that is basically the plan, people. Alright, so if you look at the diagram, all the turns and things documented in the diagram. If you go to our GPS Rescue website, you could see it online and you could share it with other people and have a discussion going. Oh, we could fix this or make it better. Thank you for your time.
Number 3 could go
Before we give, you're staying a little bit, right? Before we give Mr. Nesbit questions, we'd like to hear, while the minister is here, we'd like to hear from the traffic management branch on their plans, what went into what, the last submission, why the plan, well, you came in a little bit later. Lange Park for the last 7 or 8 years have had on the table and that we have concerns about the traffic on Laclave Street, parking problems and so on. Likewise on Gaston Street, which is the east and west of us, so that we are virtually locked in here at peak hours, peak school periods especially. Both side parking, not even a single consideration for one side parking on Gaston Street. So we want to hear how certain areas were left out. Before we hear comments on Mr. Nesbit's plan, we would like to hear the thinking of traffic management. And while you're at it, unfortunately my own training requires that I determine what is the capacity of John Street, because everybody seems to be referring. I would like to know what is the traffic capacity of John Street, and more than that, what is the current traffic on John, before any scheme, what is the current traffic on John Street and on the main road, please.